Greetings to everyone. Welcome all. So now we are going to discuss about the concept of sustainability. So how we can attain the sustainable development goals. So sustainable development is the development that meets the need of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. So Gro Harlem Brundtland first introduced the concept of sustainable development in 1987. He was then the Prime Minister of Norway and Chairman of the World Commission on Environment and Development. So sustainable development is nothing but improvement of lifestyles and well-being in a way to preserve the natural resources and ecosystems. So development of ourselves along with the environment. Right? So the aim is to maximize the probability of achieving sustainable development and minimizing the chances of environmental degradation. Four major components are there, that is climatic change, the nutrient cycles, hydrological cycle, and biodiversity. So solar energy, that is a great advantage of solar energy are that it is completely free and available in a limitless supply. So both of these factors provide huge benefit to the consumers and help reduce pollution. Same ways in the, wind energy, then crop rotation, then efficient water fixtures, okay, then green space. Okay. So all these are the pillars for sustainable development. So that is social development, environmental protection, and economic development. So, interdependent and mutually reinforcing pillars of sustainable development. So, you can see here they are interrelated and interdependent. So, if it is socially developed, then it is having environmental protection as well as economic development is fast. Then fourth pillar, that is cultural diversity, is as necessary for humankind as biodiversity is for the nature. So sustainable development cannot be understood simply in terms of economic growth, but also as a means to achieve more satisfactory intellectual, emotional, moral, and spiritual existence. So how human beings make sense of the world. So you can see the forests and everything contribute everything to us, right? And the metaphor for culture is you have these languages, music, customs, food, folklore, but all these are cultural based, right? So there is an underlying hidden level of culture that is highly patterned and a set of unspoken implicit rules of behavior and thought that controls everything we do. So other metaphors of culture, the collective programming of the mind which distinguishes the members of one group from another. That is the software of the mind. So you can see now the word given is the software of the mind. Okay? So it is different for different individuals, right? The eyes through which we see the world. Now we have altogether, you can see here environmental protection, then we have economic development, cultural diversity, and then social development. So desired outcomes are that is clean water and air, fertile soil and good food. Then we have optimum population size, fighting global warming, then safety from poverty and disease, social contact, and a sense of community, work, rest, and celebration, and then opportunities to learn. Then CDAS framework identifies the key features for the pillars of sustainable development are environmental sustainability, then economic development, social development, cultural diversity. Right? So all these are the main things for sustainable development. Then these are the principles for sustainable society. So we have to create a global alliance. Right? So improve the quality of the human life and respect and care for the community of life. Okay? Then we have sustainability issues which are to be analyzed at the global level, at the regional, national, or area level, as well as at the local level. Then soil losses are there. So main thing is, what is our goal in sustainable development? That is, it requires the active involvement of all the stakeholders, that is government, NGOs, private sectors, civil society. And it is not just the politicians or policymakers who decide that SD should be like. Okay? Then we have our goal, that is to remind policymakers to make a decision to protect our future and remind them of better jobs, greener cities, the more equitable resource distribution, and above all, a guarantee that your future is secure and full of opportunity, a pleasant world to live in a healthy planet. So problems will be there. There is where poverty and population pressure intersect, and human and environment suffer. So there is a need to achieve this sustainable development that is eco-friendly. Present generation should be aware of the needs of present and future generation. Then ensure the productive assets available to the future generation. They are getting it or not. Then prevent unnecessary pollution and help restore the environment wherever it is possible. Then some examples of the impact of climate change on the earth. We have seen symptoms of crisis. Okay. So there are many ways of communicating what sustainable practices. So we have to do it very cycle, solar, safe, social, affordable, and efficient. So this is about sustainable development goals, and now we'll go for population explosion also. Okay. So I have to share it. Okay. Just a minute. So now we are going for population explosion. That is only a problem in India, but all over the world. Okay. So India is the second most populous country, as we know, while China is the top one. So population explosion refers to the sudden and rapid rise in the size of population. Okay. So the drastic growth in population beyond normal limits is called as population explosion. Okay? The causes of population explosion are accelerating the birth rate, decrease in infant mortality rate, increase in expectancy, and increased immigration. Okay? So the effects of population explosion are overpopulation, unemployment, illiteracy, poor health, right? Then how population explosion affects the environment, that is by constructing houses, uses of the biodiversity, that is for commercial use, then consumption of fossil fuels, everything, right? So effects of population explosion on environment. So man has dumped all the waste in the land. You can see here. We have biodiversity, biomedical waste, and e-waste, solid waste, etc. Then the effects of population explosion on environment, that is air pollution, water pollution, deforestation, depletion of ozone layer, then extinction of species. So we are making a lot of help in concern to the environment, right? So land and soil degradation, then industrialization, urbanization, transport development, right? Climatic change. So, what are the measures to control this population explosion? So, there is a social measure which has to be taken, right? So, measures to control populations, there is economic measure, other measures, right? So, the minimum age of marriage, well, like social measures which have been taken care of are minimum age of marriage, rising the status of women, then spread of education, adoption, change in social outlook, and then social security. Then economic measures are more employment opportunities, development of agriculture and industry, standard of living. Then other measures are late marriages, self-control, family planning, recreational facilities, publicity, incentives, and then employment to women. So if we do all these measures, then we may prevent the population explosion. Okay? So this is about the sustainability development goals and population explosion. So we have to take care of the environment. So see, because of population explosion, a lot of environment is getting affected, right? Like air pollution, water pollution, deforestation, depletion of ozone layer, extinction of species, soil degradation, land degradation, industrialization, urbanization, etc. Okay? So everyone needs to be taken care of. Thank you.